Hello, welcome back to my channel. My name is Katie and in this video I'm going to be doing a full face of first impressions for the month of September. So my hair is kind of wet because I just had a shower. I'm just going to leave it wet whilst I do my makeup. I'll do some air drying. So anyway, let's get started, shall we? So all of the makeup that I brought is either from Tam Beauty, so I got some Makeup Revolution, some Freedom stuff, and I also got some stuff from Superdrug. I've got some stuff from B, Superdrug's brand. I've got some Loreal stuff, some Gosh stuff. I'm just going to do a concealer and a powder base on my eyelids, but I'm not going to use new products for this, just because I feel like that kind of spoils how the concealer and the powder is going to perform later. I don't know, maybe that's really silly, but I just feel like it spoils it. So I'm just going to go off camera and put something on my eyelids, and then I'm going to try out some of the eyeshadows I brought, because I've got quite a lot of eyeshadow to try. Okay, so I just used the Urban Decay Naked Concealer and the MUA Skin Define Powder to just make a base on my eyelids. And now we're going to get on to the massive eyeshadows I have to try. Okay, so first of all, I got two of these Pro Artist HDI foils from Freedom, and these are the ones that you kind of stick into the refillable palettes. And I do already have a refillable palette that has got some eyeshadows and some powders and stuff in, and I just thought, let's get some more, why not? First that I got is called HD Matte Bear, and these are some kind of more like neutral shades, so some kind of light browns, some dark browns, and you've got two kind of matte whitey creamy colours. So I just thought I'd get these so that I had some like basics. And then the next lot I've got is the HD Burnt set, and these are some more kind of warm autumnal colours. I mean, it's getting to autumn now, so we need some of those. And you've got a few mattes. The red here is a matte one, that one there is a matte one, and the one down there is a matte one. And then the two here are shimmers, and they look really pretty. I have swatched these ones, and these are all really pigmented. I did swatch these ones as well. Some of them are pigmented. I found that the white shades weren't really showing up that well, but maybe it will translate into the eyes better. I don't know. But anyway, these are really cool. I can stick them into my palette. Also got a Gosh eyeshadow palette, and I believe this is a new one that they've just released. Correct me if I'm wrong, but it's the 9 Shade Shadow Collection to Party in London, and it's got some really sleek packaging. Normal Gosh palettes are like more plasticky, but this one is a bit more sleek looking. And that's what it looks like. You can see some of my finger marks in there from the swatching I've done, but it looks absolutely stunning. It is gorgeous. They're all shimmer shades, so if you're looking for some like mattes in your eyeshadow palette, this might not be for you, but if you're all about that shimmer life, then you got some stuff in here. I think this is beautiful. I swatched it yesterday, or it might have been the day before, I can't remember, all down my arm, and just amazing pigment, so hopefully that works on the eyes as well. Sometimes eyeshadow palettes, like, they swatch really well, but they don't always like blend very well on the eyes, so hopefully this one does blend well. And I have no idea what eye look I'm going to do with all these eyeshadows. Where do I start? Okay, so I think I'll start with the kind of bare ones and do some like crease work, I guess. I'm going to start with this really light brown creamy colour, and this is called Sugar Rush. Oh, that's cute that it's got like all the names just behind them, so easy to reference. Yeah, it's just a pretty pale colour, so I'm just telling you right now, no idea what the hell I'm doing with this eyeshadow. I've got too much to choose from here. So I'm gonna get this on this Zoeva, what is this called? It's called the Luxe Soft Crease Brush. And I'm gonna put this through my crease. Oh, there's definitely some pigment there. This is a pale colour, but it's showing up, so that's good. Because sometimes really pale colours, they don't show up very well. Okay, I think that worked well. They do have quite a lot of like kick up, but that's not really something that bothers me that much, because as you can see, I always do my eyeshadow before I do my base makeup, so I don't care about like fallout or if there's like powder going everywhere, because I could just clean it up, but I know that does bother some people. Anyway, I'm going to go in with the slightly darker brown from that same set. This one is the brown sugar shade, and it's just a slightly darker warm brown, and I think I'll just kind of go over what I've done there. Again, I have no idea what I'm doing right now. Well, the pigment is there. I think I'm going to take this maroony red colour here. I feel like I already kind of brought one of the little eyeshadows that's a very similar colour to this. It might be the same thing for all I know. Oh my god, it just dropped them all on the floor. Why did you do that, woman? Okay, well, I've lost one of the eyeshadows, so that's fabulous. But anyway, I'm going to use this one called Bad Behaviour. It's just a very red shade, and I'm a little bit annoyed that I've just dropped those all on the floor. And ow, now I've just hit my foot on something. Just kind of going in a similar area of this, slightly below that crease stuff. No complaints about the pigment, everything's blending pretty well. I need to find this eyeshadow I've lost or I will go insane. I found it. I think this was the one I actually wanted to use in the first place, so I think I've got myself a bit confused there. I can't use all of the Freedom ones in this look, so I'm going to have to go in with the Gosh eyeshadow. I said that like it's such a burden, it's really not. I'm very excited to try this eyeshadow palette. I think I'm going to get this colour here. It's like a kind of warmy, reddy, purpley tone, glimmery colour. I'm going to try and place that on the centre of my lid. Start by using a brush and then build up with my fingers if I need to. Okay, I really want to get this silvery, whitey silvery colour down here, and I'm going to try and put this in the kind of inner third of my eye, and I'll probably just use my fingers for that. This looks absolutely, ooh, that's good. Looks stunning. I think I'll get the really dark purpley smoky colour up here, and I'll just add a bit of that to the outer third of this look. Okay, this eyeshadow look probably is a mess, but I think the eyeshadows are good. I'm just not good at using them. I think I'll use the white shade. This is the icing colour from one of the little Freedom refillables, and I'll try and put some of this under my brow bone. Okay, well, it did what I wanted it to. It's not the most pigmented, but you definitely can't see it. I feel like I want to make that area a bit shimmery though, so I think I'll go in with this kind of light pinky toned shade up here from the Gosh palette, and add a bit of that to my brow bone as well. Okay, that's definitely got some nice shimmer going on. Okay, I have no idea if this eyeshadow look looks good at all, but the point is I like the eyeshadows a lot, and there's still loads more for me to try there. So that was just a few of them that caught my eye that I went for. And I'm really impressed with the pigmentation. The Freedom ones do have quite a bit of fallout, but again, as I said, that doesn't bother me, but I know it bothers some people. The Gosh one is beautiful, pigmented. Again, it does have a little bit of fallout, not quite as much as the Freedom ones, but it doesn't bother me. The pigment's there, they blend pretty well, so I've not really got anything negative to say about the eyeshadows. So next I would like to use some eyeliner in my waterlines, and I've got a couple of choices here. I got the Makeup Revolution Pro HD Smoky Eyeliner, waterproof, bulletproof, and this is just a black liner. So the packaging, very sleek looking, and I did swipe a bit of this in my hand earlier and it feels really creamy. It's a super dramatic black colour, so I've got high hopes for this because it looks pretty decent. I also got this Freedom Pro Kohl Eyeliner Duo, which has 2 liners in it. It's got like a brightening one, which is, I thought it was going to be a really like beigey nude colour, but it's actually more of a pinky white colour, which is interesting. That's not something I've seen a lot, but yeah, you basically got a nude and a black one here. These are really long, and again, they've got really like nice sleek packaging. And these ones felt a little bit drier than the Makeup Revolution one, but still they look pretty good. I think I'll use the Brighten one in my lower waterline on both sides, and then I'll try both of the black liners. I'll use one on one side and one on the other. I don't know, this might be a bit crazy, but let's just do it. So I'm going to use the black Freedom one on my waterline, my top waterline, on this side of my eye. Okay, well, it's worked. Just still a little bit dry, but I mean, it's done what you want it to do. It's just given some nice opaque blackness to the waterline. So I'm going to use the Makeup Revolution one on the other side. Yeah, this one definitely feels a lot creamier and it seems a little bit more opaque. I think the Makeup Revolution one is a little bit better, but they're both pretty decent black liners. I'm going to use the Brighten one on my bottom waterlines, but I'm fairly certain these would translate well down there as well. But you know what? Let's go in with this Brighten thing and see what it does. It's a bit dry, but I think it has like, it's got some pigment. It's opened up my eyes. I quite like it. It is the black liner on the top on this side, which is the Makeup Revolution one. It's kind of smudging down onto the bottom waterline, but it hasn't really done it on this side. So I guess that's one advantage of a slightly more drier formulaed eyeliner, is that I probably won't smudge it down. Not that it bothers me that much, but you know. Okay, so next we're going to try some mascara, and I've got this one. This is the Loreal False Lash Superstar X Fiber, and it's got 2 ends to it, and I've been wanting to try this one for a while. It's got some really good reviews, and I've never been disappointed with a L'Oreal mascara. I feel like they do mascaras really well normally, so hopefully this continues with this one. Number 1 has got this kind of wand, so we're just gonna go in. I can't be bothered to curl my lashes, so we're just going straight in. I mean, this one on its own is already giving some pretty good volume, so. I mean, that one thing on its own looks pretty decent, so we're going to go in with side number 2, and this one's got a slight curve to the wand, and I think this is the one that's got fibres on it, because I can kind of see little particles on there. So we'll just add some of this now. Oh my god. Okay, I could probably build that up more if I wanted to, but I'm pretty impressed. I think it's given some really good volume and length and all the things to look for, so I'm pretty happy. So we're just going to finish off the other side now. Okay, I feel like I've got that side to look even better. That always happens, one side's always better than the other, but I really like this mascara. I think it's just brilliant. It's fantastic. I love it. Okie dokie, so we're going to move on to some base products now. I'm not really sure if this is a good idea, right? But I'm going to try as a primer the Makeup Revolution Liquid Highlighter, and this is the Unicorn Elixir one. It's just come out recently. They're pretty cool, but I mean, I'm not really a liquid highlight or cream highlight kind of person normally, but I thought I could maybe use this as like a really glowy primer to just put underneath my makeup. And then I don't know, maybe I will try it as an actual highlighter, I don't know, but you know what, I think I'm going to give this a go as a glowy primer all over the face, and we'll see if I regret it. It looks beautiful and glowy and iridescent, and I don't know what the hell I'm doing. I'm not sure how I'm supposed to. Oh, fuck. That's how you're supposed to use it. I kind of thought the drops wouldn't work, but they do. Okay. Okay, I'm just gonna rub this over my face then. Oh my god, I put way too much on that side. Okay, right, don't run down my face too much, please. Jesus Christ, this is glowy. Wow, it has definitely made my face glow. I don't know how well it'll pick up on camera, but in person you can kind of see it, especially as you turn at different angles. It's got this really iridescent glow. It does cling to certain patches more than others, like I feel like they're kind of more highlighty areas, like it's under the eyes, kind of on my forehead, my nose, and my just by my chin, which is the areas I'd normally highlight. For some reason it seems to have clung to those more. Interesting. It is also starting to dry, which I guess is good. I don't want it to be too like sticky and like wet, so I will just leave that a little while longer to absorb into my skin. Again, this is probably not what you're supposed to do with it. In fact, it's definitely not what you're supposed to do with it, but I can do what I want. It's my life, right? So I'm just gonna wait for that to sink in. Before I bring up the fact that I haven't been making a lot of videos. I'm trying to get back in the swing of it. I've just been working a lot. I moved house. My mental health is a bit flippity floppy, so I'm just trying to get back into a schedule. Obviously I've got like limited time that I can film because I work as well, and I don't know, I don't like filming on the days where I work because that just takes up most of my energy that day. So I only really like to film on my days off, or if I like start work late, then I would do it, but I haven't been starting work late, so not really had any opportunities there. But anyway, hopefully I can get some more videos up. I'm still waiting, but anyway, I'll bring up the foundation I'm going to use. This is the B Superdrugs brand. This is the Flawless Silk Foundation, and mine is in N1, which I believe is the lightest shade, and this is a new product, and I haven't heard much about it yet, so I thought I'd try it. And the colour doesn't look too bad, like it's a little bit dark, a little bit orangey, there you go. But it doesn't look awful. I don't know, maybe I would need a white mixer with that. I won't use one for this video, but in the future I might need a white mixer for that. Also it might oxidize. Nobody knows really at this point, but I will be trying this. In fact, I can't be asked to wait any longer. I'm just gonna go in for this. Right, so I'm just getting some of this in the back of my hand, and I'm gonna go in with a sponge and just apply this all over my face. Yeah, the colour definitely looks a little bit off, but whatever. That's what we have white mixers for. Okay, this definitely has got some coverage going on, like it is covering. Seems quite like matte, which I don't mind. I don't really care if it's matte or if it's dewy or whatever. I'll take anything. Okay, right. The colour isn't that bad actually once it's blended out, but it will probably oxidise, I've just got a feeling. The coverage is actually pretty good. I'd say it's like a medium coverage. It's covered quite a bit. Obviously there are still things poking through, but that's fine, I don't care. I think it looks really nice, and you can still see the glow coming through from the primer, so that's good, because I didn't want that to totally vanish. Yeah, I think this is decent actually. It feels quite like matte as well. I feel like matte foundations usually are a bit more long lasting, but so that's something I appreciate if it is long lasting, but who knows at this point. Alright, concealer. For concealer I decided to get a L'Oreal Perfect Match Concealer, and these are the ones that have just come out recently. Mine's in the shade... It doesn't have a name of the shade in it, but I think it was like Neutral 1 or something. I think it was the lightest shade, or I think there was like a pink toned one that was also like number 1. but obviously I decided to go for the more kind of yellow toned one. I don't know how good a colour match this is going to be, but we're going to try it anyway. It is quite yellow toned. It might be a bit dark, but we're just going to go for it. I'm just going to put this under my eyes, on any little blemishes on my face, and we'll see if we get any coverage from this. Okay, it has given some coverage. I wouldn't say it's done anything too mind-blowing, but it has given a little bit of extra coverage. It feels quite natural, it doesn't feel really cakey or anything, so I do quite like it. It's not my favourite concealer ever. And again, like the colour, once you blend it out, it kind of adapts to your skin. It doesn't look, I don't look really off or anything. Like the match isn't perfect, don't get me wrong, but I feel like the colour's okay. It's not too bad. I think before I set my face, I might do a bit of contouring because I have got this the Ultra Pro HD Powder Contour in the shade Fair from Makeup Revolution, and this is a giant kit. I have actually got the cream one already, and I remember liking it but not loving it, so we'll have to see how the powders perform. I know that's powder, but I still, if I'm gonna like do some contouring, I still like to do it before I set my face. Don't know why, I just do. So that's what the shades look like. I feel like there are some quite cool tone shades here that would work for me. This one here looks a bit too dark, but it could work as an eyeshadow. Got a banana powder. I don't really like banana powders, they don't really work for my skin. You've got like a highlighter shade, and I feel like this shade here could work as a skin toned powder, but the other two on the end look too dark. I don't know, maybe this one here you could perhaps use as a bronzer because it's kind of a warmy orange colour. Who knows? I think I'm going to use this colour here because it looks like a really good colour for me. It's very cool toned but quite light. So I'm going to use this one here, I think, and I'm going to kind of carve out my face. I'm going to use this, actually no, I'm not going to use that. I'm going to use this little angular brush. I'm just going to do this through my cheekbones, my nose, my forehead, under my chin, the usual areas that I would do this in. I don't know if this looks good, but I just do it anyway. Alright, I'm just gonna blend this out a bit, just using my same sponge. Well, that's done the job, nothing negative to say. I'd be interested to see how it works as a bronzer as well once I have set my face, but I've got a different bronzer to try out for this video. Okay, I've got two setting powders. One is the B makeup setting powder, that just looks like this, and it's a translucent one. This feels absolutely like velvety and soft when you like run your fingers over it. It feels so nice. I'm just like, that really excites me. And I also got the MUA transparent pressed setting powder, and again this is just a white translucent powder. So I think what I might do is set half of my face with one and half with the other. I also got this Gosh mineral powder brush, and I've not used this before, so I'm probably going to try this to set my face as well. Okay, I'm going to start with the B powder, and I'll just do it this side of my face using the Gosh brush. I wish this brush was a little bit bigger, just because it is going to take more time to kind of pack that powder in. I did think it was going to be bigger when I saw it online, but whatever. I mean, it seems to be doing a decent job, it's just going to take a bit longer. Well, that's that's applied pretty nicely. It's just mattified everything, and it just smoothed everything out, so pretty happy with that B one. So we'll now try the MUA one on the other side. Just try and wipe off any excess that's on the brush. Okay, I think they actually have a very similar effect. Like, I can't really tell the difference, to be honest. They both just smooth out your face, mattify everything down, doesn't affect the colour at all. It doesn't like make you look really white and horrible, but it doesn't make you look any darker, so awesome. I like the brush, but it is a bit small. I wish it was like slightly bigger, so then it'd be like easier to kind of do your whole face. I think it works really well for like under eyes though, and like more intricate areas, so I'll probably use this as like an under eye one. I don't know how much I'd use it for my whole face just because it takes a while, but it's a good brush, the quality of it's good. I really like it. I guess you could use it as like a bronzer brush as well, I don't know. This powder is going everywhere a bit, but the B one did as well, so they are quite messy, they do kind of go everywhere. Anyway, so we're going to move on to some bronzer now, and I have the Summer of Love Triple Baked Bronzer from I Heart Makeup. It's the gorgeous packaging. I love the packaging of these, they're just so cute, like it's actually gold. And that is what the bronzer looks like. It is a slightly shimmery one. I know a lot of people hate shimmery bronzers, but I've personally got nothing against them. Just getting this random ass brush, and I'm going to pop a bit of this on my cheeks, my forehead, and under my jawline a bit. Okay, that's really nice. Obviously I'm going to blend that out a bit because it looks a little intense, but that's a really nice, natural, glowy bronzer. It's not like a too like dark colour, which some bronzers are on my pale skin. It just seems really nice and natural, it just warms up your face. So I am just using the Gosh brush again to blend that out. I think this would work really well for like blending out bronzers and stuff as well. I just what I'm doing now, so... Yes, I am a fan. I like this. I think this would be a new essential for me. Didn't get any blush, but I do have 2 highlights to try out, so again I might do the half on one side, half on the other thing. I got the Makeup Revolution Rainbow Highlighter, and it looks absolutely stunning, and I've heard some good things about this one. I'm not going to do like the individual bits to it, I will just swirl the whole thing around because ain't nobody got time for that. Also got the Katie Price Baked Highlighter. It's from Tam Beauty. I'm guessing it's just Katie Price's brand. No one talks about Katie Price's makeup on Tam Beauty. Well, they might do, but I've not heard anyone talk about it. That's what the packaging looks like. This is the Baked Highlighter in Light. I can't remember if I said that or not, but there you go. It does look absolutely stunning. It's a nice goldy iridescent colour, and it swatched very nicely, so let's hope that it looks good in the face. Okay, I'm going to start with the Katie Price highlighter on one side of my face, and I'm just using this little highlighter brush and put some on this side. Okay, yeah, there's some glow there. That's actually quite pretty, I like it. It's very golden. Pop a little bit above my brow area as well. It's actually really nice. It's not my favourite highlighter ever, but it's definitely got some good glow there. I don't know how well you can see it on camera, but it's pretty, I like it. I don't really know what to do about my nose and cupid's bow yet, so we'll just leave that area. I'm going to try and get the excess off my highlighter brush, and then we'll try the rainbow on the other side. Okay, yes. As I said, I have just like meshed the kind of whole thing together, so I'm kind of getting a combo of all colours here. But oh my god, this is beautiful. I think this one's definitely got a bit more pigment than the Katie Price one. And it kind of makes this kind of more silver icy colour, which is probably more of my preference than the goldy one, although I do like the gold ones, but I kind of like the silver icy ones a bit more. Put this up here as well. Okay, yeah, I'm feeling the rainbow one. That's got some amazing glow and pigment to it. I'll just pop that one on my nose as well, and my cupid's bow on my chin, and I think I might just layer over the top of the Katie Price one just so it looks even, but you know, at least I've tried it. Okay, we are covered in glow now. Debating whether or not I want to add any of the unicorn drops. I might, just because why not. I'm just going to be really careful here. I'm just going to put a tiny bit on and just dab that out with my finger. And hope I don't regret this. I don't like to put liquids or creams on top of powders really, because it can kind of make a weird texture, which I feel like this is kind of making a bit of a weird texture. This might not have been the best idea. Oh well, we'll just continue doing it anyway. Yeah, I think if I were to use this as a highlighter, I would probably do it before I set my face with powder. But, I mean, it's somewhat working over powder. It's come out better on this side than it has on this side, and this side has got a kind of weird patchy line, but on this side it's not too bad. Okay, it kind of works. Alright, I'm gonna move on to some eyebrows now, and I got the Makeup Revolution Brow Revolution. Perfect eyebrows in just 2 minutes, medium brown. What's it called? I think it's just called Long Lasting Brows, or Brow Revolution. But it's basically an eyebrow gel. I wasn't sure whether to get this shade or the darkest shade. I was worried that the dark shade would be like too dark, so I thought I'd go for the medium brown one. It comes with a little spoolie as well, which is really cool. And then that is the gel here. It looks quite like ashy and cool toned, which is nice, I guess, if that's what you're into. Brush is really odd because it's kind of like a little, I don't know what they're called, like a lip gloss kind of thing. So I have no idea how to use this to BH. Start with a clean dry brow, so I won't put any like clear gel or anything through it. Using short feathering strokes, begin to fill in the brow in the direction of hair growth, then comb through using brow brush. Okay, right, I'm definitely gonna mess this up. I might as well just use the spoolie to brush through them to start with. This is probably the bit where this is gonna turn terrible. Okay. Alright, I'm gonna try and remove any overwhelming excess from the brush and really lightly fill. Yeah, I told you this was gonna go wrong. Okay, right, let's try brushing it through. It's not actually that bad once you kind of brush it through. It's really difficult to use though. Actually, when it's brushed through, it looks fine. The colour's okay. Let's try the other side. Oh my god. I think this would just work a lot better if they just had a spoolie in it. Like most brow gels, like attached to the lid, rather than whatever the hell this is exactly. Okay, right, I've definitely filled this side in awfully. Right, I'm gonna have to use some concealer just to clean this up a bit because I don't know what the hell I've done. Okay, now that area looks really weird. Okay, actually, it's not that bad now that I've sorted that out. I actually quite like it. It's just really difficult to use. I think I would use this as the kind of thing that I start with before I do the rest of my makeup, so that way I can clean it up easier. But I mean, it's quite cool. I like the effect of it. It's just filled them in, given them some more definition and colour, and it's made them look super bushy, which I like because I'm into bushy brows. Yeah, I like it. It's just a bit of a pain in the ass to use, really. Right, might as well finish off the eyes now. Right, I'm going to take a bit of the rainbow highlighter into my inner corners. I'm going to get Bad Behaviour, the deep red again, and pop a bit of this under my lash line. I can't really be asked to do anything else under the eyes, so I think I'll just get back in with some mascara on my bottom lashes now. Yeah, I've definitely got this really weird texture. I don't know if you can see it going on here from that highlight, but it came out okay on this side. I mean, it's still like a bit of a weird texture, but this is why I don't put liquids in powders. That's my own fault though. Okay. Add some mascara. I'm seriously loving this mascara. I think it's fab. Just going to wipe off our foundation lips now. I'm going to finish off with some lip products. I got these two to use for one of my autumn makeup looks because I'm going to do 5 days of autumn makeup. At some point it was going to be in September, but it will probably be in October now just because I've not got loads of time. But I decided I wanted to get some kind of deep plummy purpley colours for one of them. And the first thing I've got is the B lip liner. And this is in the shade 05 Plum. And that is what the colour looks like, just a very berry plum purpley colour. Then I also got the Gosh Liquid Matte Lips, and this is in the shade 008 Arabian Night, and again it's just a very deep plum purpley colour. So I'm going to start with the lip liner and just fill our lips in. That's super pigmented. It doesn't feel too dry. Yeah, I'm feeling it. It did snap a little bit when I was using it, so don't apply too much force when you're putting this on. Just be quite gentle and patient with it. So we're now going to go on top with the Gosh Arabian Nights. And I think this is going to be a lot darker than the lip liner because the lip liner is a bit lighter than I thought it would be. Okay, ignore this little bit that I've smudged there. I think it looks awesome. It's super vampy. I love it. I'm really into vampy lips. Doesn't look too bad with this eye look either. It's just a very grungy, vampy autumn look we got going on there. So that's pretty much everything tried. I just want to clean it up a little bit and I'll give you some final opinions. Okay, well this is the finished look. So in terms of products that I really liked, I'm obsessed with the mascara. I think it's amazing, super volumizing. I really like it. I think that the rainbow highlighter is absolutely gorgeous, super pigmented, love it. Both of the setting powders worked really well. They just mattified my face, smoothed it out. Nothing really bad to say of them. They're a little bit powdery, like it just kind of go everywhere. But I think as pressed powders they work really well. I loved all the eyeshadows that I used. I love the little Freedom ones. Super pigmented, really impressed with the pigment. And the Gosh eyeshadow palette, again, some beautiful colours, worked really well. I only tried a few, so I still got to try some more on these, but they look really promising. I like the eyebrow product, I just wish it was a little bit easier to use. Like I wish they just put the spoolie in it and attach it to the lid. And then you could just brush through your brows like that instead of the weird little fibery brush thing. But I do like the colour and I like the effect. I just need to get the hang of using it, I think. I quite liked the foundation. I think this gives good coverage. I think I'd maybe use a white mix with this just because it is a little bit dark. Not a lot, just a tiny bit. But I think the coverage of this and the finish of it is really nice. The concealer I liked, but again it just didn't really give that much coverage, to be honest. The colour's okay, it's not like really dark or anything, but again I just wished it was like one shade lighter and it would be perfect for me. This is probably more of a concealer for like natural days, so I will definitely get some use out of this. I really like the Makeup Revolution smoky waterproof eyeliner. I think it's super creamy and pigmented. Still got to try it on my bottom waterlines. The Freedom Duo also works pretty well. I would say they're a little bit on the dry side, but I think the pigment of them is really good, and the brightening one just really kind of opens up your eyes and looks really nice. Lip products are pretty decent. I applied them terribly as per usual, but I think the products themselves look really good. This is transferring a bit, so it's not super like matte, like it's not really like dry, so I guess that's kind of good if you don't want it to like kind of dry and like cling to your lips and make them look a bit crackly. But it is a little bit not transfer proof if it's going on my finger, as you can see. Again, you could just put a bit of powder on top to solve that. Not really any products that I disliked, I don't think. They say that all of the products were good. Some I liked better than others. but overall I'm not disappointed in anything. I'm pretty happy with how this turned out. The one thing I would say is don't put that unicorn elixir thing on the top of powder. It just leaves a very weird texture. I would say definitely use that under powder and then set your face, or if you don't set your face at all then that's fine, you won't have any issues. But yeah, I would not put that unicorn thing on top of powder, but I actually quite liked using it as an all over face primer. That's another full face of first impressions. I've got some new makeup to add to my collection that I actually really like, so that's great. So I will see you in my next video. Bye!